Okay, good morning, everyone. My name is Stella. Today we're going to talk about lie solution or lie handling and safety. Now, what is lie? Lie is an alkaline substance, a very strong alkaline substance. That is what lie means. A very strong alkaline substance. That is lie. Now we know that lye is used in soap making. Now we have two strong alkaline substances, which are strong lyes, alkalis. We're talking about your potassium hydroxide and your sodium hydroxide. These two alkalis are very, very strong alkalis and they are referred as lye. Now, these two lyes we are going to talk about how to handle them, the safety way in which you're going to handle them. Now we know that your sodium hydroxide is used for hard soup. Now whenever you talk about hard soup, you're going to talk about sodium hydroxide. But whenever you want to do liquid or jelly soup, you use your potassium hydroxide. Okay. Now apart from that, there are other alkalis that we use in soap making, but we're not going to talk about them now. We're going to talk about the stronger alkalis that are called lye. And the most abundant of them all is sodium hydroxide, which is your caustic soda. So how do you handle this lye or these alkali solutions? How do you handle them? How is it that you handle them? Uh-huh. Because when we call them stronger alkalis, we mean that they are very, very strong and they are very corrosive. Now, how do you handle this corrosive substances so that you don't get burnt when making soap? Now, the first thing you do before you make soap is to wear a hand glove or you wear a protective clothes and a protective goggle that will help you and protect your skin. Now, when you are handling, when you're removing the lye from the bag or you want to measure it, make sure it does not touch your skin because when it touches your skin, it burns your skin. Now, if eventually it touches your skin, use water to wash it out or you apply oil on that spot it touches you. Now, another one is when you want to dissolve your lye, you dissolve in water. Well, how do I mean by dissolving in water? You add them in water and dissolve. It's not the other way around by adding water in them because once you add water in them, they will splash and it might harm you because they are very, very corrosive. So what you do is okay, from the continuation will say that you don't add them, you don't add water to them, you dissolve them in water. So the next thing you do is when you want to dissolve your caustic soda or your lye, so what you do is you do it in an open space. Why is it that you're asked to do it in an to dissolve in an open space? You dissolve in an open space because when caustic is dissolved, there's a reaction. And that reaction is exothermic reaction. We call it exothermic reaction in chemistry. That means it gives away heat. And that heat it gives away is choking. When you do it in a closed space, you might not breathe very well. So that is why you are advised to take your caustic outside before you dissolve. Your lye outside before in an open space so that when you're dissolving it, when the heat that is giving out is being given out, the space can help you breathe well. Okay. After dissolving your caustic, you're talking about still handling how you're going to handle your lye. Now, you don't dissolve your lye in a metal. You don't do that. Because if you try it, your lye reacts with the metal and it will corrode the metal. So what do? If you really want to use metal, you use a stainless steel. Now, when we talk about stainless steel, we are talking about original stainless steel. But since in this part of the world it's hard to get an original stainless steel, so there is no need for you to use a metal to dissolve your lye. So what do you use in dissolving your lye? You use a plastic bucket. Now when you're talking about the plastic bucket, you're not talking about the um, the PET bottles like your bottled water, those bottles for bottled water. No, it will react with them and it will leak. So you're talking about all these thick plastic buckets. You use it to dissolve your lye. Now You're still talking about the lye. You use your plastic, you use a plastic bucket, you don't use metal. Now, when after dissolving the lye, the remaining lye, as in the powder, the crystal ones that you've not dissolved, you put them in very airtight container or you wrap them very well so that they will not be exposed to air. Why? Now, this lye you're talking about is very hygroscopic in nature. What do we mean? It's when you expose it to air, it attracts water. It all the water in the atmosphere. Now, we have been exposed to come. They will now attract water, and that is why sometimes when you see it, you see there's some water particles in your lye, and it will make it lose concentration. So it's better you okay. We say that when the lye is exposed in water, sorry, in the atmosphere, it attracts water to the lye. So that is why you don't expose it. You close it. You put it in an airtight container so that the concentration will still remain the same and it won't attract water to it. Now there are other lyes. There are other alkalis we use in soap making. Yes, you have your potash, you have your wood ash, and so many of them even amine. Some amine solution we're using soap making. They are all alkalis, but they are not too strong like these two that we have mentioned. And these two that I mentioned are very, very abundant in nature. And in soap making, that is the most used. Now, there are some soap makers that use potassium hydroxide and sodium hydroxide and mix it together. That's why sometimes you see some companies, some soaps, your bathing soap or your toilet soap, you see them very soft, but they are hard. So sometimes it's a mixture of potassium hydroxide and sodium hydroxide. Now, I believe that for now, as things are going, we still know that you can still use your sodium hydroxide as your caustic soda to make a jelly soup. Yes, it's very possible. You can even still use it to make a liquid soup. It's because things are evolving and people are learning everywhere, every time. And in Nigeria, you hardly see, as in this part of my area in Nigeria, you hardly see your potassium hydroxide. So we mostly use sodium hydroxide, and this sodium hydroxide we can use it to do anything. You have the quick soup, you can use it to do your hard soup, you can use it to make jelly soup, you can even use it to make any type of soup, any form of soup you want. It's just you knowing the technique you can use to make the soup. And I think we have very explained more about lye solution. Remember, I told you it's a very strong alkali, a very, very strong one. And in chemistry, the potassium and the sodium are the group one elements, and they call them reactive metals. So their base is very, very reactive. Thank you very much, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like. I'll be bringing you tips, and I'll be bringing you things and teach you soap making, everything. I'll explain everything, every details, every technique of soap making for you. Thank you very much.